Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Down here today fixing to do a little shooting, and want to talk about a new optic that I put on a pistol that I have. This is the Vortex Venom. Actually, this is the box that the Venom comes in. I've got it mounted on a Glock 41 MOS, and we're going to take a couple minutes here and tell you guys all about it, kind of give you a little review on it. Let me put my grandpap glasses on, and we'll talk about the particulars of this thing. And the glasses are the reason for the optic. I've gotten to where I don't clearly see a front sight post anymore. So trying to work on things, see what I can get figured out. In the past, all red dots have done on pistols is show me how much I shake. So we'll see how this works. Anyhow, this is the Venom made by Vortex. Is a red dot sight. Box that comes in, I'll show you here on my pistol in just a second. The nuts and bolts of this thing, the Venom red dot has a total length of 1.9 inches. It weighs 1.1 ounces. Your mount, you may as well consider, is going to weigh about a half an ounce. You have unlimited eye relief. It's parallax free. Each click is 1 minute of angle. Now, that's the particulars. Let's talk about the sight. Actually, let's talk about what you get in the box. In the box, you obviously get the sight, and over there somewhere is a little hard cover that I get for it that sits over top the sight. As it's mounted on your weapon, it sits right here. Okay, and that's it. That's the 41. That's the Vortex. All right. Not doing a review on the 41. We're just going to talk about the Vortex. Inside this box here, it comes with a kind of a Picatinny mount kind of deal. This right here, and I guess we can zoom in and take a look at this, depending on where my camera goes when I zoom in. Oh, right on my nasty old t-shirt. I've been out working in the wood pile all day, and just a spur of the moment kind of video. This is a mount that will mount like you see here on top of the slide, and then the Vortex sits in a typical Weaver mount. Or if you're not putting this on a pistol, then it'll go on whatever rifle it is that you have, you know, just whatever you're working on. My camera doesn't want to cooperate with me. There we go. Now we're zoomed way out. You got 4 mounting screws in here. You have a sight wrench in here, and you have a screwdriver. Little Vortex lens cleaner. I don't know what that package of screws was from. I think that was actually out of my pistol. Oh, and one thing that I did not mention is it comes with a CR1632 battery. CR1632. Man, that's about it for the box. Let's talk about the sight. Here it is. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit without screwing this up too bad. I guess I got to get this thing pointed at the camera. Alright, let's go this way. This is the Vortex sight. Like I say, this is the Venom. Now, quick down and dirty with the Venom. You got a nice big generous window here that you can see through, so to help you find that dot more accurate or more quickly. The thing I like best about this is right up here you have a top access to the battery. Now, a lot of the red dots that are out there, and also the Vortex Viper, you have to remove the sight to change the battery. Alright, you actually have to take the sight clear off the gun, access the battery from the bottom. The Venom is not like that. Alright, I like the Venom because it's a top access. And that's what sold me over the Viper. You have right here on top, right in front of my finger, that is your up and down elevation. It says that 1 click is 1 minute of angle. Over here on the side, you will have your windage. Again, 1 click is 1 minute of angle. The other thing, just to look at it, over here are your little brightness controls sitting right there. closest to my thumb is down or dim, or actually that's my finger, is down or dim. The front one increases the brightness. Now, operating this sight, okay, to turn the sight on, you press and release the up arrow and your sight will come on. To turn your sight off, you press the down arrow until the sight goes off. Pretty simple. Now, this sight has two different kind of modes on it. It has what's called a manual brightness adjustment, and then it has the automatic brightness adjustment. And I'm trying to get zoomed back out. There we go. Because we've seen that's about all we need to see on this deal. The change between the two, you will turn the sight on using the up arrow, and then you will press and hold that sight until that red dot flashes 3 times. After it's flashed that 3rd time, you release that up arrow button, and your sight is now in the auto brightening or auto dimming mode, where it will adjust itself based on the ambient light around it. When you're in the auto mode, the sight will shut off automatically after 14 hours of display time. If you want to go back to the manual mode, where you have to set the brightness of that red dot, then you'll press and hold the up arrow again until that dot flashes at you twice. After the 2nd flash, you'll release that up arrow button, and your sight will be in the manual mode. If it's in the manual mode, you have to physically turn it off, or it will just stay on continuously until the battery goes dead. I didn't look and see. I don't remember the battery life on this thing. I'll throw it down there in the comments. I'll look it up after a while, and I'll put it in the comments for this video. Pluses and minuses of that. Okay, I've shot this pistol a couple times. I just put it on here the other day. The auto mode seems to be awfully bright, and if you've shot much with an optic, you'll find that if the red dot is too bright, it just really washes everything out, you know, especially if you get down to low light situations. So I tend to keep my sight turned down just enough so I can see it. You get it turned way up and it's like, blah, here's this big red dot in front of you. One more time, blah, big red dot. So in the auto mode, you know, the jury's still out. Like I say, it was kind of bright for me the other day when I was shooting. I touched on mounting this thing. It's really simple. When I bought the Glock 41 a while back, it comes with a plate kit. Inside the box of the 41, I had a plate kit that had 4 different plates. And what I did was, I removed the top plate that was off the 41, took 2 screws, took me about 30 seconds. No, it didn't take that long. But anyhow, I took the top plate off. On this, for this particular sight, I used the number 1 plate that Glock had provided me. Those 4 plates in that packaging are numbered. Number 1 plate went on, 2 screws with a little bit of that blue Loctite, and then I mount the Venom with 2 screws, a little bit of that blue Loctite, and here we are. I think the installation time was just really, seriously, just a couple of minutes. I did let the Loctite sit up overnight before I went to come out to the range and shoot it. The dot, let's talk about the dot. The dot is 3 minutes of angle. Okay, it's a 3 MOA dot. Now, if you don't have a clue what minutes of angle are, then I'm going to put a link down in the comments or in the description to the video I did on minutes of angle, which is set up on a rifle that I have. But the concept of minutes of angle is all the same. I get down in the weeds and really explain it to you. But to make things plain and simple, a 3 minute of angle dot on a pistol, I mean, I'm good with it, because even at 25 yards, that dot is only covering up 3/4 inch on my target. Now, it may sound like Greek to you. Let me break it down for you. Real quick, down and dirty. 1 minute of angle equals 1 inch for every 100 yards. It's actually 1.0437, some junk like that, but we all say it 1 minute of angle is an inch at 100 yards. So at 25 yards, a minute of angle is going to equal a 1/4 inch. So if I have a 3 minute of angle dot, meaning that dot is 3 MOA big, at 25 yards that dot is 3/4 of an inch in diameter. And when I aim my pistol at my target and I put that dot on my target, that dot is covering up 3/4 of an inch on my target. No big deal here, right? But if you buy this thing with the plan of putting it on a rifle, for example, that 3 minute of angle dot is going to cover up 3 inches of your target, is going to be behind that dot when you aim in at it. When you go to 200 yards, 6 inches of your target is going to be behind that dot. When you go to 300 yards, that dot will cover up 9 inches of your target. You go to aim at your target, 9 inches of it is behind that dot and you can't see it. So if you're like some super cool long-range nail-driving ninja guru and you're trying to shoot apples at 300 yards, you can't see the apple because the dot is so big at 300 yards it would cover up the apple. Best analogy I can come up with. On a pistol, man, you're fine, okay? If you've never shot a red dot optic before, it takes some getting used to. It's going to change your presentation a little bit. The biggest challenge is finding this red dot. And that's why I'm down here where I am today on the range. Going to shoot this booger a little more, get a little more proficient with it. All in all, and this sight should run you about 250 bucks. Compared to other sights on the market like the Hollow Sun, Trijicon RMR, you know, you're looking at $500 sights. 250. Vortex has got what they call their VIP warranty. If it breaks, bring it back, or actually send it back to them and they'll fix it. I've never called them on that warranty because all the Vortex optics I have worked flawlessly. So I'm really looking forward to this thing. I'm going to shoot it a bunch, and I'll get with you guys later on and maybe do a little follow-up on it. But pretty good optic, I think, and we're going to go with it and see what happens. If there's anything I left out, any questions you guys have about the Vortex Venom, go ahead and give me a shout in the comments, ask your questions. If you guys have any recommendations on things, anything you want to see a video on, go ahead and throw those down in the comments also. As always, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click that subscription button and then click on that notifications bell. That way you don't miss any videos I do in the future. And go ahead and hit that like button while you're here too. The more people like my video, the more people will watch it, the more YouTube famous I get, right? So anyhow, I've rambled enough. I want you guys to shoot straight, shoot safe, and train often.